Well, hello, my beautiful Gemini. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career or money reading for mid-June right through to mid-July 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with a Celtic cross just to take a look at the details to see what is coming your way or what you will be dealing with over the next coming weeks. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Can you please show them the way? Well, first of all, before I even start your reading, what I can see in the water, because I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading, I'm seeing 2 gates that have metal feathers on them and they're being opened. Okay, very interesting. 2 gates that are closed. They have feathers on them and the gates are opening. So either you are being divinely guided towards an opportunity or perhaps a door that you felt was closed in your industry, or in terms of opportunities, you felt there were no opportunities at this time. I feel like you're being guided towards a wonderful new beginning here. So I feel things are starting to change for you. A portal of opportunity is opening up for you. I mean, for some of you, I feel symbolically that feathers that are made out of wire or metal will be important. So either this is you, maybe an artist, maybe you make wire work and you are creating a feather at this time. For some of you, it could be that you are gifted a feather that is made out of metal, or you have a brooch, or maybe you're going to see one in the next coming weeks. Look out for gates that potentially have feathers. It may be a sign or symbol to indicate that opportunity comes your way. Okay, so yeah, these signs and symbols, they may mean absolutely nothing at the same time, at this present moment, should I say, but then in the next coming weeks and months, all of a sudden there's change, and this is a sign that that divine change was happening for you in your favor. I mean, looking at your overarching energy, I definitely see that after a period of uncertainty, maybe feeling a little bit stuck, maybe even a little bit like frustrated, confused about your path, being a little bit in limbo, just on autopilot, doing your responsibilities, your tasks, and basically getting on by. I feel like there is a wonderful new adventure, new beginning opening up for you in your career sector. The Chariot card indicates you're moving ahead. You're getting ahead on projects, on tasks, responsibilities. The Fool card really indicates that you're going to try and have fun in whatever it is that you do. So I definitely see here that there's a lot of potential over the next coming weeks for you to really hit your targets, be very productive, and basically feel really proud of yourself. So let's tap into each card individually. This is your protagonist energy. So that indicates some of you are either launching new ideas or new money-making opportunities for yourself. You'll be launching a new business, becoming an entrepreneur. Some of you, if you are an entrepreneur, it could be that you're branching out in some way with a new idea that is going to be very fruitful, very successful. And for some of you, this could be a new approach. You know, this is an indication that you may be looking at what you do day to day. You may feel that, you know, it's become a little bit humdrum, same old thing, just a different way of kind of approaching it now. I feel you are trying to make sure that you reignite that spark for whatever it is that you do. Some of you may even take a chance on like a new program, whether it's a computer program, software program, hardware. Perhaps some of you are getting like new laptops, new computers, or a new desk, new ergonomic chair, for example. Something is new that is going on in your industry or in your business right now, and it's going to give you a sense of ease, but also it helps strengthen your position and kind of helps you dedicate your energy towards making progress towards a win in your career sector. There's a lot of confidence here as well. So some of you, you're going to get some sort of acknowledgement, whether it's a financial raise or a bonus or maybe a promotion or a new job opportunity if you're looking for one. If you've come to this reading and you're currently out of work, you've been feeling a little bit uncertain about the pathway ahead, there is a new opportunity coming in. And although you're starting from scratch in this new role, you're not really, you're starting from experience. You're going to be able to transfer those skills that you have into this role. And I feel you really are going to be a powerhouse of a worker. I feel like you're going to be an asset to any industry that you find yourself in. And of course, if you are currently in a role, but you're putting the feelers out there for a new opportunity, there is actually one becoming available. Now, for some of you, this could be within the company that you work for. If you are currently partnered with a company, I feel this is an opportunity to move into a different department. And for some of you, it could also be that you are actually finding a new role elsewhere. But we will go into the details. This does mean a fresh new start, but it means that you're enjoying the process and actually you're having faith that things are going to work out in your favor. We have just for fun for now and not to get too tied down. So some of you, you may be looking at where you're at right now, as in you're just basically utilizing this time in order to upskill in some way, perhaps get a status or some sort of title that puts you in a position to move on to something else later on. Some of you, it doesn't feel like you're coasting at all. I feel like you're investing your time and your energy into doing something, but at the same time, I see that you have like an alternative goal elsewhere. So it could be that you're biding your time somewhere right now. And I just saw like a huge golden star. Okay, it was huge. Now, either, I mean, that could indicate that you're employee of the month, or you're trying to get recognition, or you're standing out, or you're a breakthrough point in your career. Maybe you're wishing for something else. You're actually aligning yourself with that, whatever it is. But also you may find like a random gold star somewhere over the next 6 weeks. So look out for that as a sign or a symbol. I mean, maybe even this new company that you go to or this new department, maybe there's a logo that's a golden star, or maybe you are setting up your own business and there is a golden star in the logo. So please take it as it resonates. This card is a lot of potential. So this month it feels, although this reading is for mid-June into mid-July, I feel like there's a fresh new approach, fresh new start, and you're going to have a little bit more energy. I feel like you are starting to be a little bit more excited about the potential and possibilities of everything that you're capable of right now, because you're overriding the moon energy. Some of you may have been feeling a little bit drained in your energy. You may be looking at your environment, whether it's people who are energy vampires, or whether it is, an industry that you feel that it's been going through a bit of a lull period. It's fluctuating. It feels very much like at the moment, there's some days where you're super busy, some days when you are extra busy, and then other days where you're just getting things done that you need to get done. You're still busy, but it feels like you're not like in a rush. So it just feels like things are fluctuating right now. And some of you, you may be feeling like a little bit emotional about your industry right now. So it could be that you're seeing a lot of people coming and going in the industry, and you're just feeling that it's a little bit transient. Okay, it may be that the job market in general is shifting, and you're just like keeping your eyes peeled for new roles that could help you elevate, because I feel like you're very committed. You're actually someone who is dedicated to your goals. You're very goal oriented over the next 6 weeks. I definitely see here you're going to be very productive. You're going to be very busy. I see, especially in July, you're going to be feeling a little bit like you're spinning plates, multitasking, pushed and pulled in many different directions. The pace is definitely going to start to pick up there for you. So if there has been a lull in your industry briefly, then I definitely see it picking up pace as you move through July. Now, this could be because some people are taking vacations, and it means that there's extra work for you to do. Or if you are an entrepreneur, it could be that you're thinking about taking a vacation and you're trying to get everything done before you take that vacation. Whatever it is, I feel like you're really up against it and you're feeling exhausted as well. But there is a new spring in your step over the next 6 weeks. So this could be because you're inspired, new ideas. I mean, the moon card can also indicate some hidden information comes to light to you over the next coming weeks. Perhaps something that was kept from you or a secret. You know, I feel there could be some changes going on behind the scenes because it's in the resistance position, so it's like you got it in the reverse. And the moon card is all about transformation, metamorphosis. So it may feel that your industry or the company that you work for is changing and you're having to be flexible with these changes. There may be some merges going on because you know, the moon card can be a card where things sort of like merge together. It could also be ebb and flowing. So it feels very much like change is afoot and you're just trying to embrace the change. It says here, grow and understand yourself better. Look closely, check, and don't assume. So it will go into the upright by the end of the 6 weeks. So I would definitely say that not assuming anything is very important, of course. If there is anything that you're uncertain about, number one, listen closely to your hunches, but number two, fact check it, you know, or double check it in some way, just to make sure that you've got all the information before you proceed on something. Don't just move forward without it, is what I see there. But also, the moon card indicates hidden opportunities. Something that you're not able to see right now is being offered to you very, very shortly. So it feels either promotion vibes, bonus vibes, an opportunity to elevate in some way, or definitely sort of reach a goal. And I feel the goal is in sight. But it also feels like there's like an extra bit to it. I don't really know what I mean by that. I will go to the Celtic Cross just to see it. So it's almost like you know where you want to take your career, okay, whatever that is for you. For some of you, it's that right now you are looking for a role and you can't find anything and you just want a job. For some of you, it may be that you're in a role, but you want a little bit more independence or recognition. For some of you, it could be you want more money. For some of you, it could be that you want to elevate to a new position. So please apply it to your situation. Whatever it is, you are getting closer to it, but there seems to be like a hidden part to it that is actually really positive and it's waiting for the right moment to be revealed. So I feel, you know, it is in alignment with your goals, with your dreams, and also with your life's purpose. But I feel like, you know, some of you, it's almost like you're working really hard and you want to achieve the goal, and you will, but also there's like an extra bonus. It could be a financial one. It could be that you're going to network and, you know, open doors to the right opportunities or the right people. Or it could be that a piece of information comes your way to help you launch something independently. Whatever it is, the Chariot card indicates after a difficult time, you're overcoming obstacles and you are moving forward. For some of you, you may even enter into a new environment where you get a company car, for example, or if you're an entrepreneur, you know, you may need a company car or an upgrade of a vehicle, and you may actually, you know, do that through your business if that's something that you are able to do. But the Chariot card basically means success. It means victory. It means breakthrough. Very goal-oriented, very much on target is what I see. And I also see this solid belief in oneself. So some of you may have been doubting your skill set, or may have been a little bit anxious or worried or cautious about the changes going on in the world or in the industry that you work in, whether it's you being an entrepreneur or whether it's you being working for a company. However, I see that you are on track, you're on target, okay? And this is about some sort of recognition or being seen for whatever it is that you do, and it kind of gives you a bit of a spring in your step to know that you're on the right track, you're doing a great job, and that you should be really proud of yourself, okay? Now, I definitely see the Fool card as the beginning of something, so it could be beginning of a new project or a new idea, and the Chariot card means you're well on the way towards success. So I definitely see here that nothing is going to get in your way. You are unstoppable, okay? But also you're visualizing new paths or new opportunities, because I feel this energy of extension. So it could be some of you are strategically thinking about next steps. Maybe you are looking at your 5-year plan. Some of you may be branching out in some way. If you're an entrepreneur, this could be that you are taking your business to the next level and really sort of opening yourself up to new environments. Maybe even new countries, for example. So please take it as it resonates. I mean, looking at your Celtic cross, your first card is the Three of Swords. It's hard. Things are difficult right now, and you feel like you have the world on your shoulders. And that moon card can indicate that you've been feeling drained. I mentioned that a moment ago, that you're exhausted. It can feel that some of you are just, on autopilot, doing what you do day to day. But there is going to be a shift here. There's a change where you are either implementing new practices or new ways of approaching your work so that it's more enjoyable, more spontaneous. I mean, we've got the Judgment card here, so that's really about you being on your life's purpose path, your mission. You're doing a lot of questioning right now. Does it have to be this hard? Why does it have to be this hard? Surely it shouldn't be this hard. So some of you, I feel like you may be finding a solution to something that has been difficult, but I feel this is about you kind of like keeping your head down, basically, implementing some level of structure in order to grow where you're planted, as it were, right now, so that you can wait for the right opportunity to move somewhere else, is what I'm being given from the whole reading so far. You've got a plan, you've got a strategy. And that Two of Swords opposing the King of Swords in your Celtic cross, it tells me that you are currently working out the best path for your highest good. You're a pro at what you do, so you could have hit a glass ceiling in your career sector right now. You've come as far as you can with whatever it is that you do, and you know that you want to go to the next level. So you may be looking for opportunities and just waiting it out until the next opportunity arises. Because, that King of Swords, it's a Gemini card, and it's in your past position. It means you've established yourself as being someone who is really awesome at what you do. You're a pro. And it's about you planning the next stages. You want to be secure in life. You're not just thinking about where you are right now. You're projecting to the future to see, the long term. I feel, you are in a period of trying to save your finances. Some of you may be, trying to safeguard your finances just in case there's any sort of economic fluctuation where you feel it could put a dent in your finances in some way or in your acquisitions. So I feel like you're keeping an eye on things. And what I see here as well, some of you may have been a little bit unwell and you're just like convalescing or getting back to best before you re-enter the working environment. For some of you, it could be that you've just gone on a vacation and you've just come back and it's hard to get back into the flow of things, is what I see. And you may have seen that actually whoever was like doing the work while you were away, if you were lucky enough to have someone like that, if you're an entrepreneur, maybe not, but if you work in a company, you may see that the person who basically covered you while you were away didn't do everything that they needed to do or didn't do it correctly, and you may have to return to it, and it's just really frustrating. However, it makes everyone else realize what it is you bring to the table of your career. So I feel, it highlights that you're the best at what you do, and they are happy to see you back. Let's put it that way. But let's get to your reading. For the majority energy, we got the Three of Swords. This is your starting position. It's hard, okay? This can indicate difficulty. For some of you, you're trying to financially have a breakthrough, or you're trying to increase your finances. Some of you are worried about your finances right now, and you're feeling the pinch. So if you are someone who is just noticing that, of course, all the prices have gone up for everything that we need day to day, food, energy, water. If you're seeing resources being depleted a lot quicker, you may be feeling a little bit like, oof, just trying to safeguard yourself. Maybe even think of new money-making ideas to put into practice in order to bring in extra finances. With the Three of Swords, this can indicate that you're doing a little bit of brainstorming, is what I see there. I feel like there is an untapped talent that you have. Okay, something that's perhaps on your mind. You're really good at this thing, whatever it is, and I feel you may explore this over the next coming weeks if you are a little bit worried about finances. For those of you who are not worried about finances, I feel this is you've been under pressure, you've been doing something that you really love, but it gives you a bit of a headache, maybe a bit of a tension headache because you've been doing so much. You've been overworking that incredible brain of yours because you've got a lot going on right now. You've been challenged. overstretched, overworked, you're exhausted, and the Three of Swords indicates that for some of you, you may be at breaking point. It's almost like you're holding it all together. As you can see, that heart, it's all together, but there's cracks showing. So it can be that you've been under a lot of pressure when it comes to your career right now. I mean, also, for some of you, it could be, you know, that you've had so much extra work to do that you're despairing at how much you have to do and that it's never ending. And I feel for some of you, now this is not going to resonate for all of you, okay? There's a small percent, I would say like 2% of some of my beautiful Geminis, you may have been injured at work, okay? And you may be trying to obviously get better, and I'm sending you so many hugs and so much love there to heal. But some of you may be thinking about, what do I do next? You may be thinking, okay, was it work negligence? Is it something that you want to pursue, that they were not thinking about your health and safety at the time? So maybe something that's on your mind right now and you're trying to think about the best course of action. Ultimately, with the Eight of Pentacles, you're thinking about yourself and your working environment, especially if you're not being paid what you should be paid after an injury. I feel some of you may pursue a legal route in order to find a way to resolve this. I feel like you will be successful if that's the case. Obviously, document everything. Very important, take photos, all of those things. But I feel there is a payout coming if you have gone through some sort of injury there. With respect, I'm going to move away from energy. For some of you with the Three of Swords, this could be something personal that you're dealing with right now. It could be that some of you have been grieving something, whether it's a heartbreak or you have been deeply grieving for a loss in some way. I feel, you know, there's an energy here of wanting to focus on work, of course, as a way to not avoid, but in order to just keep your mind off things. And I totally understand that, but don't push yourself too much is what I see. Take it easy, okay? You will heal in divine timing, and there will be an ebb and flow of emotions. As I said earlier, I feel this energy of some of you feeling a bit emotional at the working environment. That doesn't mean you're like unprofessional, so I want you to be aware. Honor your emotions in each moment. Everybody struggles with something. It's just that we don't talk about it as often as we should. We're all human and we all go through some very difficult times. Everybody, of course, is different, and how we deal with it is different, and how we feel about things are different as well. But I feel honor whatever it is you're going through. Know that things are going to get infinitely better, but it is a process, okay? So sending so much love and hugs out there to you as well. But this is your starting position. So whatever it is that you're going through right now, I feel there's a question of, why does it have to be so hard? And is it always going to be like this? But the answer is no, okay? Some of you with that Eight of Pentacles, I feel like you are in a period of structure. Now, of course, structure, it works really well because it means that, you know, you're a master at what you do, that you really are a pro. And the more you do something, you know, you are mastering your craft, as it were. So I feel, you know, you are someone who is at the top of your game, whatever it is that you do. But you may feel that there's a bit of a routine or repetitive cycle, and you don't want to fall out of love with whatever it is that you do. So you may be trying to inspire yourself or find inspiration in order to bring a little bit more spontaneity into the everyday working environment, okay? And some of you, you've been just working overtime. Some of you may have thought about taking second streams of income or launching second streams of income. Some of you may have even taken seasonal work or some sort of freelance work just to tide things over. Maybe you've thought about, you know, decluttering your home space and selling things that you've outgrown, for example, just in order to streamline and create space, but also have a little bit more money in your pocket. Now, for the rest of you, the Eight of Pentacles is a card of knowledge. You know, you are someone who has a lot of skills, and not only acquired knowledge, but natural talent. You're very gifted. So I do see that the next coming weeks, you know, you are going to be working hard as usual, okay? But I do feel that there is reward for your dedication. And I also feel there is a new opportunity being offered that gives you either an opportunity to increase your reputation or get a new title. You know, for some of you, it could be that you are asked to travel for work or meet with some people who are quite high up in the industry, whatever it is. I feel there's this energy of change, and there seems to be more money floating about you. Okay, and what I mean by that is I feel there's an incentive for you to either take on a new project or take on something new in the working environment. But the majority of you are basically saying, how do I increase my finances? Because you're going from an 8 of Pentacles to a 10 of Pentacles, which means more money. So this 8 of Pentacles, it basically means that you're working really hard, you're keeping your head down, and it's in the crossing position. So this can indicate some of you have been, working overtime. There's an energy here of workaholism, but also on a personal level, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, for some of you, you may have had some bill come in that was unexpected that you required to pay out to repair something, okay? So I feel there's an energy of you dipping into savings this month or in the next 6 weeks, or maybe this is something that you've just done, but you're going to recoup the money. So I want you to be aware. There's nothing to worry about. That money will come back, of course. You had to repair something. There's definitely repair here is what I see. So you may have to give out a little bit more money, but I feel the universe, it's almost like it swings in roundabouts. You may be like, oh, I've got to pay this bill. It's so upsetting. And then suddenly the universe comes around and gives you abundance in a different form. So look out for that. But the 8 of Pentacles, basically, for the majority of you, this is you building your empire. You're focusing on your goals. You're working really hard to acquire that money. For some of you, you may even decide to upskill at this time. You may pay out some money to invest in yourself, because 8 is the number of the self. So you may be taking a course of learning or studying, maybe getting a qualification or certification in order for you to move into the next grade in terms of pay. So I feel, you are on a trajectory where you're on the up. What is in your earthly immediate circumstances? We have the Judgment card. So this is about following your heart, listening to your call, your calling, as it were, your true life's purpose and mission. But with the Judgment card, it basically means you're making some big decisions right now in your career and money situation. For some of you, you are implementing stricter budgets. For some of you, it's you changing a job or deciding to relocate. Or some of you, it's second streams of income, because this is a card of duality. So it could be that you are doing something that is a little bit more sort of day-to-day, you know where your money's coming from, and it could be contractual. And then there may be a part of you that either in the evening or when you have time, weekends or whenever you have time, it could be that you're creating something that you are launching as a business for your own. But the Judgment card, basically this is about you making a decision because deep down something needs to change. And I feel, you are listening to the call at this time, whatever that call, that whispering of your heart is. Now, when you get the Judgment card and it connects to a career reading or a money reading, it basically says you're being called forward to take action on something, to lead on something. So I feel you're making an impact in your career sector, and there's going to be an opportunity offered to you. And if it's in alignment with your heart, I feel like you're taking it. There's a sudden epiphany here where you realize that you deserve better, because sometimes we accept less than we truly deserve, because we start to look at lots of different factors, of course. Economic factors, we feel, or let's put it this way, we are made to feel, and of course we are lucky if we have a role that pays money, if we have a job that we love. Of course, we are very lucky indeed, but sometimes hierarchical systems can kind of like play on that or take advantage of that, saying, well, they're really lucky to have this role, so therefore maybe they will take less than the role actually is worth. So I feel if you're going for new roles or opportunities, or you are even being offered something, this company or this opportunity, they may actually try to offer you a little bit lower than the role is worth. And some of you may even hear this sentence, which is overqualified, because you've got the King of Swords here. So this can indicate that you have a lot of knowledge and you are someone who is very established in the role that you're in. Okay, I feel like you've grown through this role and you've actually acquired a lot of skills. And, I feel this company or this opportunity, they actually want your skills. sales. They love what you do. They don't want to reject you. However, they want to be a bit sneaky and cheeky, and they want to offer you a little bit less than the role is worth, okay? Now, the King of Swords is a great card because it means that you can negotiate a better deal. Okay, so I do see that being available to you at this time. So stand true in your truth and in your authenticity. You deserve a little bit more money for the effort that you've been putting into your role. Now, also, the King of Swords is an indication that some of you may be launching a new business, becoming an entrepreneur. This is a boss card, so it can indicate that you are stepping into this new role where you're in charge. And, you know, some of you may feel a little bit worried about the next steps, but I feel you're on the right track towards success, and you are going to increase your finances as well. They are going to grow here. Also, for some of you, as I said, you've hit a glass ceiling. You've come as far as you can with a project, an idea, or a role, and you're just looking to break free. You know, this card, next card there, is you like smashing through a blockade in order to really face something that perhaps has not been working, or move away from something that is not fruitful for you anymore. It feels like you're going through some growing pains in your career sector right now, and change is afoot. Now, of course, it does indicate that the next coming weeks for you, you're going to be super organized, you're going to be really focused, you're actually going to basically be really honest with yourself and direct about what it is that you want. And these two cards are actually very similar because these are cards of judgment. So right now you're casting a critical eye over where you are in your career sector, where you are in your finances. They're actually showing me something very interesting right now. You know, like in the olden days where you'd see, especially in movies, where someone is calculating all the money, they've normally got that little visor hat on, and they're looking at all the receipts, and they're like, it's almost like they're toting up the money. It just feels, I don't know, it's like, you know, all the money, all the receipts, all the money coming in. So I see some of you really taking stock of what you spend, what you get, and, you know, just making sure that you are savvy with your finances. Doesn't mean that you're not like having problems with finances. It just means that you're a little bit more aware of your spending, because I feel like you have designs on what you want to use that money for. For some of you, it could be going into real estate, purchasing property, maybe in a move. For some of you, it's that you're paying into your pension, you're thinking about your savings plans, you're thinking long term, because you have the Four of Pentacles there and the Ten of Pentacles. But the King of Swords also indicates you have a plan. So right now you're in deep thought, strategizing next steps. And that Five of Pentacles, it indicates that this is your tension point, your sort of pinnacle point where you feel something needs to change. Because the Five of Pentacles, you know, the main energy I'm getting from this is that you have an untapped talent, okay? Something that you have left by the wayside at this moment in time. You know that you're gifted at it. You may return to this, is what I'm seeing here, and it may actually make you extra forms of abundance, because I feel there's an overlooked treasure here. That's what a Five of Pentacles means when you apply it to a career situation. And as you can see, it's a card that's highlighting right now a tree that still has the potential to grow, but it's been neglected. So I feel for some of you, you may be actually looking at something that you've neglected in your talent or in your career sector, and you rediscover it almost, and you start to nurture it, because I feel there's like secondary income coming in here. For some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, for example, you may already have secondary streams of income, passive income, and you may feel that one of them isn't doing as well as the others, and you may pay a little bit more attention to it in the next 6 weeks, and you just get it back up and running. It's almost like you give it a bit of a zhuzh, and it's back in the mix, and it's like bringing in extra finances for you. Now, the Five of Pentacles, some of you in your industry or in your company, if you work for a company, you may see some cutbacks, okay? And it may actually reveal that some people, especially in positions of authority, have been creaming off the top, let's put it that way. They've been basically getting all the bonuses or the rewards, and people further down the chain have not been getting so much. But I feel like there's a major change here, a readdress of the balance. So let me just pull a quick card on that Five of Pentacles, because this can indicate worry. So for some of you, it's like right now you are looking economically and feeling that there's a shift, and some of you may be worried about finances because the Five of Pentacles can indicate a level of anxiety about loss, okay? But also it could be that for some of you, you know, you're basically doing what you do best, and you're just starting to notice that there is like a break in the chain. Some of the things or tools that you need for your business to run smoothly, you may see delays or a lack of those tools or resources at this time, and you may start to feel a bit concerned that, you know, a lot of companies are either closing or downsizing or cutting back, and it's just swirling in the ether because this is what is above you. This position is what's above you. So it's kind of like what's on your mind, you know, things that you feel in the ether, the shift, the change. So I'm just going to pull a quick card on that Five of Pentacles right now for you. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please? Because the Five of Pentacles, along with your Three of Swords, it can indicate it's tough right now. It feels like the industry that you work in or the company that you work for, it just wants more and more and more of you, but they're not paying the money, or the money just isn't reflected for the amount of effort that you're putting into something. And the Star and the Nine of Cups there. Now, this is really interesting because these two cards, along with the Five of Pentacles, it can indicate that you identify, as I said, an untapped talent or a hidden resource. I mean, for some of you, not all of you, because I'm actually seeing in the water right now someone like discovering like a famous painting in the attic, or a piece of furniture that comes from like the 15th century or something, and it's like a gold mine. So some of you, not all of you, I'm feeling like not even like a 0.2% coming through there, but it just feels like there's going to be somebody out there who finds that. It feels like, you know, something that perhaps you will profit from and discover. It feels hidden, whatever it is. But also, for the rest of you, with these two cards, this can indicate that some of you are kind of like looking at where you are hemorrhaging finances. For example, a subscription that perhaps you don't utilize as much. Maybe it's a computer software program that just basically tips over every year and takes its subscription money. You're like, oh, I meant to cancel that. For some of you, it could be that you find a better service provider who actually gives you a better deal. So you're saving finances by migrating your business to that service provider instead. It feels like you're finding better deals. But also, you know, these two cards can indicate what you focus on, because the Star energy is to see with clarity. It can indicate what you focus on will become your reality. So, I mean, easier said than done, I know. It's really hard not to think about when things are going wrong or when things are in lack. It's so hard, you know, but sometimes we have to just believe and receive regardless. So I feel some of you, whatever it is you're wishing for and trying to focus on at this time, it will become your reality. You are strongly in the law of attraction. I feel for some of you, this is that raise or that bonus or that opportunity to work with a person or a company or a brand, or it is to be seen, appreciated for your skill set. A lot of you are getting rewarded or recognized for whatever it is that you do, and there is some sort of payoff or result because of it that is going to feel super rewarding. I mean, you got the Star energy, which means you're standing out. It means that you're so good at what you do. For some of you, this could be that you're going to be famous, or that you are going to have a brand or a business where people pay attention. They stand up and they see what you have to offer. For some of you, you actually raise people up when they're not feeling their best. You give other people strength. You know, you are the inspiration. So some of you could be a mentor, or you're thinking about mentorship. Some of you may even decide to teach or put a course of learning of something that you have knowledge in, that then you put it online and it becomes passive income. Whatever it is, I feel right now you're inspired, you're having lots of ideas. Some of you with that Five of Pentacles, it can be that you're so exhausted that you're finding it really hard to come up with new ideas, or you're so burnt out right now and it's just hard. But I feel there is a time that is changing for you. And I mean, I just heard it's how you frame it. And of course there is like a frame there. So it's like for some of you, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, okay? We all have free will, and you will, of course, do whatever it is that you want to do. But I'm getting this energy that sometimes when we're in a bubble of an industry, of whatever it was we do, sometimes we feel like there's nothing else out there, okay? Because we're in the mix and it's hard. And especially when we're overworked, overstretched, and it just feels like there's no change, sometimes we need to look outside the frame. Sometimes we need to look outside our own circumstances and see that there are plenty of opportunities in different industries that sometimes we've not even thought about. And you may be in a very explorative time right now where you're thinking, what best suits you and your skill set and your incredible supercomputer of a mind? Okay, so we have the Two of Swords, brainstorming, really taking stock of things. This is a period of taking a break. So some of you may be like super busy because you're trying to tie up loose ends on projects, get everything in order because you're literally taking some time away. And I feel this reflective time away will be very, very good for you because sometimes we need a distance. We need to have a bird's eye view of our circumstances in order to get a fresh new view of it or get clear on something. And I feel right now you're getting very clear on things. But also the Two of Swords is to protect your peace of mind. So if you're working in an environment that is constantly like, putting you under pressure, I feel this is about you trying to implement healthier working practices in your environment at this time. Also, I feel, sometimes we have to utilize our other senses or our other kind of talents, shall we say, because I feel right now, some of you, it's like you going inwards for answers, and you may be kind of like really listening to your heart at this time because you are phasing out distractions so that you can really check in with where you're at right now and where you want to take your life to the next level. For some of you, it may be that you want to branch out, go overseas, maybe be more nomadic in your working environment. For some of you, it may be that you want to work from home. For some of you, it may be that you want to implement a little bit more travel into your working life, or it could be that you want to go into an adventurous kind of working practice. Whatever it is, I feel like you're making changes that will benefit you long term, and there is more money attached to it, and you're going to feel really proud of yourself with the changes that you're making right now, because I do see change, or at least a strategy or a plan that you are going to implement, and you're going to be on target. Now, your advice to yourself in this moment is the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles is about security. It is a card of saving. So a lot of you are saving or planning to invest in acquisitions, assets, things like that. But I also feel like, you're in a period of transformation. The snake represents shedding old skin, basically transforming in some way. You're trying to think about how you can transform your finances to increase your finances. And I feel some of you may be working quietly, not really letting anyone else know if you're working on second streams of income right now. Four of Pentacles is an indication that you will be secure. You're protecting your position, and I feel you have a desire for long-term security, but also I feel this is about you making a calculated decision to make some changes and not completely play it safe. Because sometimes when we play it safe, basically it means other opportunities pass us by. But I also want you to be aware that no matter what you're feeling right now, there is a new role or a new opportunity coming in to do something that you love, and it's like the dream opportunity. And also, like your Ten of Pentacles here is attached to it. So I feel there's an increase in finances. For some of you, it could be a bonus. It could be, a new investment, a new income, a raise perhaps, or just a new opportunity to do something that you love that you're setting up yourself. But the Four of Pentacles, you're secure. A lot of you are going to be able to repay some debt. So it could be a credit card bill, could be a car payment, could be a mortgage. I feel a lot of you are focusing on that because it feels very much like you are being very responsible this month, very goal-oriented, very focused, and you're going to get a lot of stuff done. But the Hierophant is in the external circumstances. This is a card to have faith. Okay, to believe in yourself, believe in your skill set, but also this is a card that indicates that people in positions of authority are noticing what you do right now. So if you work for a company, this could be a hierarchical system where someone in a position of authority is seeing what you're capable of and about to put you in for a new opportunity. Especially if you feel you've been tested recently, I feel there's an energy here of a role becoming available and they are eyeing you up for that role. So it could be that you're going to lead a team or lead a project, or they are opening a new branch somewhere else and they want to second you to figurehead it. Whatever it is, I feel there is change there that you're going to really love. If you're an entrepreneur and you feel that things have been seasonally going through a bit of a lull, I feel things will pick up, but it's going to be a slow recovery is what I see. But have faith, because things are going to get better. Also, the Hierophant can indicate knowledge. So a lot of you may be just implementing new practices that you've been learning about online or going through courses of studying. So you could be getting like a new qualification or certification, and you are going to apply this knowledge in order to affect your industry or affect whatever it is you're working on, and you're going to increase your wealth. I see a lot of you with the Four of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles thinking about passive income. So you may be strategizing or finding new ways to break free from structure, because of course the Hierophant is all about institutional structures that are in place before we're even born, things that we are born into. And some of you are trying to make the break in order to become more independent. And I see that you will find a way to earn some level of passive income. And of course, affect generational wealth there. The Ten of Pentacles indicates material abundance, financial security, and, a wealth of knowledge in order to basically multiply your wealth. So this Ten of Pentacles, it indicates, it's a hope and a fear position, of course. So this can indicate that, some of you may think about going into the family business, or if you are already in the family business, you may be taking more of a lead in it over the next coming weeks. There may even be, if you're in a family business, for example, someone may step down in order to make space for you to come up, as it were. If you're in a company and you actually are in a position of authority, someone may step down and you step into that role, because I feel like there's movement there. I'm just seeing in the water right now a messenger pigeon. Okay, so messenger pigeon. This, I'm being given very much so that it's a messenger pigeon, not just a random pigeon. So I feel there's news coming your way, and it may be from overseas, or the company or the industry that you work in. There may be some changes that are affected by overseas, and you benefit from it in some way, is what I'm seeing there. But it's because I'm holding the Ten of Pentacles, which means you're increasing your wealth. So this could be, as I said, a bonus coming in. But also, for some of you, not all of you, and this is if you've come to this reading, and this has already happened to you. Firstly, I'm sending you a huge hug out there, but you may have been going through a bereavement, going through a level of loss and grief right now, and you may have to sort through some sort of inheritance. So you may be going through documentation, and it just feels really overwhelming. Take the time that is necessary, because I feel you'd rather have the person, of course, but you are sorting through some legalities. And for some of you, there may be a large amount of money, and it changes everything. It changes your mindset, and you start to think, what can I do with this money that invests in me and my family's future? So I feel some of you may be launching new business ideas, or investing in a family business, or basically using that money to maybe buy property overseas or whatever it is. I feel like some of you may be going through an inheritance thing right now financially, and there's a lot of mixed emotions that go with that. But I feel like, breathe, you'll get through this. And I feel there's this horrible kind of feeling that you have to be very logical and sort things out first before you kind of allow yourself to grieve almost. But it'll come in waves. So I'm sending you a huge hug out there. I know it's really difficult, but with respect, I'm going to move away from this energy. What I do see is that money was gifted to you in love, and whatever you choose to do with it, don't feel guilty. Go for it. Whatever it is, you're doing the right thing for you, because it's coming from your heart space. Okay, so I'm just going to move away from that energy. Fear, of course, in this position is some of you are worried about struggling with finances, but looking at all of your cards, I see a recovery period. I feel that things are going to get a little bit better for you. What I do see for some of you, you may feel a little bit isolated or lonely in your working environment. Some of you may feel a little bit left out, or that, you are independent in your day-to-day stuff, and it just feels like Sometimes you're on the outside looking in, but I feel that right now, this is how it's meant to be. Okay, I feel there will be a period where you find your soul tribe or move into a department or move into an environment where you integrate in a better way. But I feel right now, the path that you're walking is a very independent one because you're about to reach a level of success that other people are not meant to be at right now, if that makes sense. So you're about to reach the next level. And when that happens, it normally means that you have to walk that path alone. So that's coming through there as well. Now, this is your outcome. Ace of Cups indicates, a healthy working environment, making sure that you implement self-care needs as well. But also this is an offer coming in from the universe. So this could be a new role, as I said, or a promotion or some sort of opportunity that you're absolutely going to love and brings you a lot of peace of mind, that you're following your heart, you're following your bliss, but also it's about you recognizing your gifts and your skill set, making sure that you don't accept less than you truly deserve. Don't be accepting the Five of Pentacles when you deserve the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel some of you may be making some adjustments, putting the feelers out there for other opportunities and really believing in yourself. And the universe is going to follow suit by making sure that you are offered something that is more in alignment with what you truly deserve at this time. Okay. So, I mean, the Ace of Cups, it can also indicate that this is about you reigniting that lust for whatever it is that you do, that lust for life, reigniting your spirits, reviving your spirits for something that you used to love doing, but you're just exhausted. But also some of you, it could be that you are under a lot of mental activity, mental and physical activity right now, and you're basically, really under it. And it's time to really take stock of things and give yourself a little bit of a break. And then the world can be one another day, is what I see. Also, I mean, I have to acknowledge that for some of you, this could also be that there is the possibility of finding love in the working environment, or there being like a spark chemistry between you and someone. Of course, if you want to basically... Oh, they want that one as well. If you want to explore that, then go for it. But some of you may not want to cross that divide between business and pleasure. That's your call. Now, we have the Mask as your first of the last deck there. So this says, secret stash, saving your pennies, finding money. I saw that thing in the loft, in the attic. If you've got stuff in the attic, maybe go through some stuff. We've got the word theft here, but looking at your cards, I don't see anything theft-wise. I would just say just copyright ideas, maybe patent, any inventions you have, things like that. Also, we've got acting, assistant, hidden potential, unknown. So I did pick up on the fact that you have like a hidden potential in some untapped talent that you have. But also this is about being comfortable with the unknown. Also, it's really important to recognize that sometimes we work in environments where we feel like we can't truly be ourselves. We want the money, we have to enjoy the job, or we enjoy the job, and of course, we can't choose the people that we work with. So sometimes it can feel like, I can't really express myself. And you are the sort of person, my beautiful Gemini, you're an air element, so you tend to be really confident in expressing yourself. But if you ever feel that you are in an inauthentic environment where people cannot truly express themselves, then I feel change is afoot, and you are making those changes to make sure that you can be in an environment where you feel like you're truly making an impact, making a difference, but also that you gel with the people that you work with as well. Now we've also got wings. Okay, and it says here, rising above money issues. So that's what came out here. We did tap into the money worries there. But it says business is taking off, profit, spiritual work, life's purpose, and mission. So I definitely see that you are being divinely guided at this time. There is divine intervention. So if you are worried about finances, I feel you're going to be sent a resource in some form. And we've also got gears, money flow. And it says hard work, putting plans in motion, building, team, taking time off, and security. Okay, so again, all of that came up in this reading. You're secure in your position. Some of you definitely need some time off, even if that's like a couple of days at home to just convalesce. Okay, but it's also about building your empire, and sometimes it's hard, but I feel you really are about to have a breakthrough moment. If ever there was like a card that kind of highlights a breakthrough, it's this card here, because as you can see, this kind of frame has been smashed through, and there's like a tree there that, of course, has no leaves. But then we have the tree over here that is flourishing, and it's like how you frame it. You're going to find a way to increase your wealth. You're putting yourself in a position to basically level up in your career, and you're doing this independently on your own. And you should be really proud of yourself, because change is afoot here, and it's going to be beneficial to you both mentally and physically, but also financially. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. And we have, interesting. Now, I decided to wear my puzzle piece ring. I change this ring from time to time. Basically, if I'm honest, it depends on how swollen my fingers are, because it gets really super hot here sometimes. But we have the puzzle piece. So this is really about the missing ingredient in your career right now. For some of you, that's more money. For some of you, it's a little bit more spontaneity or enjoyment. But also, it's about finding that missing piece and everything coming together as it should. So everything is slotting into place there, okay? And finally, we also have the water rune. So this is to be about, you know, your emotions, allow them to ebb and flow, but also this is to be focused on your dreams and your goals at this time, but also to be flexible. There are some changes afoot, and I feel like you're in a period of adjustment, but these adjustments are actually going to be very beneficial for you long term. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Gemini. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little notification bell. It lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini, and love and light.